Hello and welcome back to Sunless Sunday, where we sail the Sunless Sea with me, Bardon, and in the company of Madame Jewel. So we just arrived at Nuncio, so let's see what it's all about. Taciturn functionaries walk the docks, in the uniforms of postmen. An enormous crowded statue casts a chilling shadow. The shadows gleam with rats' eyes. Their ceaseless chittering rolls like the tide. Go to the postman's tavern. Now I know. Nuncio is where, when you get the Lorn fluke near Hunter's Keep, that if you choose the postman, he asks you to bring him here. So I think that's where I know the name from. Okay, so we can explore along the beach. We can assemble a port report. Yes, so let's do that. You may not be very familiar with the locals yet, but you can provide a preliminary overview. There's a statue in the middle of the island. That's hard to miss. There's the way everyone wears a uniform, and the way they call each other by their ranks in the postal service. There's the way the port authorities refer to regulations. There's the jargon, the curious habit of referring to any used up thing as cancelled, as though the whole world were made of stamps. You write about vestigial bureaucracy and about trappings of order retained far from home. Okay, so let's go. The ink blotter, it's called. The sign doesn't look like much. Explore along the beach. Yeah, let's do that. There's a long stretch of shale dotted with washed up kegs and barrels and small flotsam. The rocks slip and slither underfoot, but you keep your balance. Okay, that's good. Every lap of the wave drags up some new letter or parcel. The face of the water is dotted with them, as far as you can see in this blackness, carried by a powerful current. Argue with the man holding a broom. He is determined. He keeps shoving letters into the sea keeps shoving them back. That's nice. Assist the man holding a broom. Both of you together still won't achieve anything, but maybe he'll feel better. Rescue a ticking parcel. It says, refused by recipients. What could possibly go wrong? Have your Ratis Faber take a look at the ticking parcel. Safer it than you. So what do we need for that? Unlocked with one Ratis Faber assistant. So we don't have one. Okay. Back to the docks. You finished here. Let's argue with him. No luck, it's pointless, of course. You try to tell him that shouting into the shore wind, he stops and stares at you with blind eyes for a minute or two, then returns to his occupation. Can he even see the messages he is so desperate to send back out into the water? We definitely don't want to. That sounds like a bomb. Maybe it's not, but we're definitely avoiding it. Back to the dock. I think that's the best thing to do. Okay, go to the postman's. Warmer inside than it looks. Faces turn in your direction, but no one seems surprised to have a new arrival on the island. Okay, the ink blotter it's called. The sign doesn't look like much. Okay, the inky blotter. Lit by two roaring fires, one at either end of the room. The bartender is in postman's uniform, like almost all of the patrons. A noseless postal inspector called Blunt Thomas delivers the drinks, clears tables, stacks the firewood. Listen in on a postal tall tales. Fishermen brag about fish that got away. Postmen brag about hard deliveries. Amazing what you get for a penny stamp. Delicate bottles lowered down chimneys on a rope. Do not fold under any circumstances letters curled through a narrow slot. Rattling, groaning crates brought back to the same address every day for 22 days running. The windows that pried open, the servants they bribed, the delivery surcharges they paid out of their own salaries just to get rid of one more packet. It is hard to tell which they hate more, the senders of the mails or the recipient of the mail. Stands to reason, if the message was a welcome one, they'd tell the other fellow in person, reflects the hairless postwoman. Okay, ask why the local currency consists of rats. I'm definitely interested in that. 2 strings of rats for a pint of ale, 3 strings for wine, 5 for the tolerable brandy under the bar. Scarcity is not an issue. The hairless postwoman at the end of the bar smiles mirthlessly. Or maybe it's just the lack of eyebrows that does it. Long enough carrying the things around, you get into the habit, she says. Then she tells you that if you stay out late enough, you'll see some of the postmen making a procession to the centre of the island, stringing up rats around the statue, like Yuletide decorations, in prayer to an ancient deity of this place. From the coughing and choking elsewhere in the pub, you guess this is a story they often tell to newcomers. So it's basically BS. Ask why the hairless postwoman is hairless. Legacy of some interestingly explosive package maybe. Faux pas. No, she says. Curt, not pleased you ask. Still had eyebrows when I came to Nuncio. The postman at the next bench diverts you, speaks in a low voice. Lots of people find habits when they can't deliver the post anymore. This one has a plucking habit. Best learn not to notice. You glance up, the hairless postwoman is still glaring at you. Okay, definitely shouldn't have asked. Ask about the big statue in the centre of the island. If there was a guidebook for visitors, it would have to be the first entry. The monumental postman. Oh, that. It's all of us, isn't it? Sort of the spirit of the island. Most of them don't seem troubled for more of an explanation than that. Though the hairless postwoman tells you it didn't always look like a fallen London postman at all, that it used to have a different face and a more old-fashioned outfit. Well, it doesn't really look like a postman to me. Maybe with the satchel type thing there, but it definitely looks like a king. Ask how they occupy themselves all day. They must be more than this. Dead letter office. Big building, centre of town. Hard to miss. You can work there too if you want. It's not clear whether this is a generous offer or a threat. I imagine it's a threat, actually. Ask why letters wash ashore here. Maybe one of them will know. It's the pull, they tell you. Dead letters are like so many iron filings, drawn to Nuncio. See for yourself, suggests the hairless postwoman. Go down to the shore, collect up a bunch of what's washed there, and you'll feel it soon enough. Saves time for the rest of us, says another voice. Apparently, beach scavenging is a civic duty hereabouts, like working in the dead letters office. Okay, so let's go back to the dock. Do we want to try a shift at the dead letter office? We may as well. There is a sign of a cancel stamped over the door. Extensive tour. Blunt Thomas takes you around the office, a small collection room where those retrieving letters may state their business. A much larger set of back offices where newly arrived letters and parcels are collected and sorted. A dank, briny smell that never goes away, presumably because so many of the parcels spent time in the water before they arrived here. In the back room is a machine, manned, ratted by a postal rat, a ratus faber in a pinstriped hat. It shovels sludge-damp letters into the machine's hopper, and they come out dried, cleaned, pressed, and sorted into slots by size and quality of paper. Shift worked in the dead letters office. One has various possible occupations here. None could be described as fast-paced. Converse with the postal rat. Perhaps he'll have some insight on the inhabitants of this island. On the islanders. Do you like having sticky hands? Asked the postal rat. Most people, they have sticky hands. They can't wait to clean them. Yes, for a postman, an undeliverable parcel is sticky hands. Bothers you till it's fixed. The longer you serve in the post office, the worse it feels. Delivering a letter correctly is good, so not delivering it is bad. The unclean feeling gets too strong and they come here. Offer employment to the postal rat's niece. He asks it as a favour and she sounds well trained and eager. Okay, strongest possible recommendation. The postal rat is grateful and says so at length and in a variety of ways. Only so much work to go around on Nuncio. She keeps asking to assist me here, but as you can see, a gesture at heaps of loose gears and unhooked chains, I hardly require any assistance, and my research is at so delicate a stage, but she's an excellent worker, very bright, like her mother. Okay. So let's go back to Nuncio. We can explore along the beach again. Yeah, let's collect material for the dead letter office. Will of its own, you make your way along the shore with a big sack. Many of the envelopes are too damp to read. Their address is permanently lost, but a surprising number are still legible. There are also parcels. Here and there is a crate, a message in a wine bottle, a sealed cask that has bobbed up out of a shipwreck. Your sack ought to get heavy with all these contents, but it pulls upwards and away, straining inland towards the dead letters office with an unmanageable dog. I like an unmanageable dog. Okay, let's go back here. Do some more shift work. Okay. The fellow manning collections looks awake for half a second when you come in, until he realizes you're here to relieve him. Feed your undeliverable letters into the sorting machine. The gleaming hopper awaits. 52 categories. After prolonged whirring, the machine begins to distribute 7 imitations, edged and gilt, into the correspondence of aristocracy slot. 2 oversized parcels probably contain books into the books tray. 1 stamped bronze tablet that drops with a clang into a bin marked First City. The postal rat watches all this with an air of satisfaction. Okay, let's end our shift. Hang on, ask the postal rat for a key to the basement. You've worked here long enough now and you might need one. Yep, no trouble at all. He's surprised by the request. Most postmen don't like it down there. No one ever asks for a key, but he'll cut you a new one. Just be careful in there and come out if you start to feel wrong. Okay, let's open the back rooms. The key is warm in your pocket. Deep and deeper. You had expected a few shelves of supplies, more files of letters, a few years older. No, it is a pit, so deep that lantern light does not show the bottom. A spiral walkway descends along its walls, and that spiral opens wider as it goes, as if you were looking through the narrow end of a very large shell. Lining this wall are shelves and nooks, unevenly sized. Some are a few inches square and contain single scrolls of papyrus. Others support crates bigger than the coffins. They are made of a woody fungus, grown to meet requirements. There are no marks or carpentry or any of the postal rat's handiwork. 3 turns down the spiral and you feel you can't breathe. Time to leave. You can come back later, maybe. We gained 5 terror. Oh, that's not good. Okay, let's end our shift. And then, perhaps not, I think there, restless nights. Inquire about their dreams next morning. What did they see? We failed. We gained 1 terror. And we gained 10 fragments. Okay, so I think we are probably done here. So let's check our map. We definitely need to be going north. Okay, so let's set off and let's head north. So yeah, terror is not looking good for us. And we've only got 6 fuel. That is certainly not good. Rouse at midnight. Address the crew. Hearts failed. You lost 1 crew. What's this? Pneumatic rat sender. Repair 10 hull damage instantly. Nice. Thank you. Oh, that's certainly nice. So that's what the rat does. Okay, well, definitely welcome aboard. But we also need to find ourselves another port, because 6 fuel is not going to get us back to London. So we need to find a port that will sell us some fuel. Or do we just head straight for London? Difficult choice. But let's kind of give ourselves the option by heading more westerly. No islands in range. So we don't find a port the next time here, basically. Polythreme is some distance to the north. Okay, well, I guess we're going north. Oh, it is some distance to the north. Well, we'll go there. We will hopefully be able to buy some fuel. And then get ourselves back to London. That's rather ominous music. Cunningly obey. This is rather haunting. Home. Azela runs to the rails, stripping off his clothes as he goes, beaming rapturously. Home, he cries, home. Let him go, nothing to be done. Circle to try to pick him up. It'll cost fuel and time, and it's useless unless he comes to his senses. I have to let him go. We don't have the fuel, sorry. We lost 1 crew. Let's get ourselves in here. Endure. Yeah, this is a very interesting island. Okay, but we're going to have to find out what this island is all about though next time, because that does bring us to the end of this particular episode. So if you have enjoyed, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and perhaps posting a comment. And I really do hope to see all of you next time. Goodbye.